What up? It's your boy T-Bird, The Ration, and today is Wrestling Wednesday. Time for a talking reaction or thoughts and reaction, but this time ain't on me. It's me reacting to a thoughts and discussion from one of my favorite fellow wrestling fans, my favorite reactor as well too, and he's inspiration to my talks and reactions as well too. That's none of the Kickin and Ross up in the Clutch Squad, and I mean. He always doing a lot of reaction to wrestling videos as well too, on his solo channel as well too, more than he does on in the Clutch as well too. I'll be trying to catch up to him with some of the wrestling reaction videos as well too. But this one is a very good talk, and this is gonna be an interesting one to hear about this. And this is about a certain wrestler I'm not cool with. There's a guy on my comments who've been bugging, he's been trolling me on acknowledges this guy as well too. That's not in the Tribal Queen Roman Reigns. But the topic from Ross is, should Roman Reigns turn face again? Now you know me, I said it before and I'll say it again. The day he becomes a babyface again, then and only then I will acknowledge him. But really I think this is interesting from Ross. You know, Ross was very vocal and was a big fan of Roman's face heel turn. When it first happened with the Paul Heyman situation, he did a little prayer about the heel turn, makes it look well. He's been hard performing it. Then as of lately, he's been on the face side now, wanting Roman to dethrone. He was even one of the folks that was disappointed that Cody didn't finish the story at WrestleMania 39. Hopefully, he do his rest of 40 as well too, though. I mean, and you know how Ross feel about babyface. If you haven't, you definitely gotta watch the recent Raw live view from In the Clutch though, because he was very adamant, very vocal about the situation with Cody. That's why I had to reiterate that video I made about rebirth of babyface and Cody Rhodes being one of the example I put as maybe for Monday Night Raw. You know, I don't feel like it was more of him being incompetent, or it's not his fault. It's just how they booking it to, to make sure he goes through this adversity and, to make sure, guarantee we know for sure, because since, wrestling fans are following and know the trope that we know for sure that Cody will win at SummerSlam. Damn, because it's been a little cliche thing that whoever get their ass whooped in the go home show or does or whatever, who's on the other ends of ass whooping on the go home show are guaranteed to win at the pay per view as well too, and vice versa. Whoever touch the title or anything, they're not getting the title. So other than that, that's another story. But as for Ross, I really want to hear his thoughts on if Roman Reigns should turn face again. Like I said, I'm for it. I'll be for it. Then I will acknowledge him. But let's hear what Ross had to say. This reason why I call it a talk reaction. He may have some points that I might agree or disagree with. Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So, I wanted to talk about this, and this has been kind of on my mind for quite some time. Obviously, we know the Bloodline storyline has been one of the best things that's happened to WWE in the past few years. Once Roman Reigns turned heel, it changed everything for WWE in a positive way. Something that we've been asking
as you see,
since Vince started pushing Roman Reigns, and we weren't really buying into his character. We always wanted his heel persona to come out, and once it did, it's been a hell of a ride. But I've always wanted to know, or not always, but I've been thinking about lately, at some point, does Roman need to turn babyface? When it's all said and done,
now,
bloodline stuff,
hold on.
It's pretty much at its conclusion when he loses.
Now, before he says anything about that, here's my thing on that. Like I said, I'm all for it, but I feel like he should still have like his cousin Rock. And since, like I said, we're looking at the research of babyfaces, he should keep his tribal. Since he's gonna be a babyface, I won't disrespect the name. I will call him tribal chief like persona as well too, so it won't turn the fans away. Not me, but the fans that fans like Ross or many other who don't like the typical goody babyface thing. Well too, keep that persona to keep fans still liking him as a face as well too. Don't don't give him don't revert back to what fans dislike him. Not me, but the other fans disliked about him. I didn't care. I was okay with the babyface Roman, but with the fans that didn't like him as that, don't put back to that. Keep his same persona in the way, but more of a babyface version of it. Even if he got to keep the persona completely, don't change nothing. Just his opponent and targets and him embracing the fans fully with they acknowledge me and the fans don't boo him this time. And he makes sure the fans acknowledge him now, But let's keep going.
The titles, because at some point he will drop more. I don't want to say titles, even though he has all 3 belts. But when he loses the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, when that finally does happen, does he turn babyface? Now, obviously not immediately.
Of course
but
not.
I do think at some point we probably will get a babyface Roman Reigns. Now, I guess
I'm listening.
I would say
Take care of my little man.
whenever he does lose, I don't know if it's going to be the Cody or wherever, maybe at WrestleMania next year. I do think he's going to take a hiatus. Granted,
He is
having
gonna do that.
a part-time schedule.
He will do that.
Late anyway, but I do think
He's definitely doing that because he should have been doing that, but they're all right now. WWE is all about him breaking these records. That's one of the reasons why they didn't have him do it then. And they know the bloodline story going on right now. They're interested in what's going on with that. One thing I'm about a little tidbit about there's a lot of folks saying that Jimmy might come back and turn on Jay. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. It ain't just cause I'm all about babyface and anything, but I don't want that to happen because it don't make sense to have Jimmy and Jay do all that just for Jimmy to turn on them. I know they probably wanted Jimmy and Jay feud the WrestleMania. If anything, wait till later on for that if you must have this. But don't have Jimmy turn on him on SummerSlam. Don't. But I got a bad feeling they might go with it. Who knows? It's just to me. Even if let me reiterate this. Even if I wasn't a full face fan, I was just a don't care what side fans will too. I still would not like that idea because I feel like it's a waste of time. No, not waste of time. It was like don't make sense. It was like they did all what they did with Jimmy and Jay for nothing to me. But let's keep going.
Gonna take a hiatus. I can see him getting into some more acting roles in Hollywood.
But yes,
I'm sure Hollywood is knocking on the door.
They've been waiting.
Roman Reigns, considering what he's been doing just as of late, the past few years, it's been incredible.
And all KV aside, he's becoming pop culture. He's appearing on like talk shows. He was just recently on First Take, anything. And this has been a teaser about him and The Rock a little bit. Who knows? Ross talked about that on his reaction to the First Take thing.
So I do see him eventually going to Hollywood. Hollywood will be calling for Roman Reigns. Obviously, I'm sure The Rock will definitely help in that department. But
of course,
you see it. His acting abilities, his facial expressions, the way his mannerisms, being able to do that in front of a live audience is quite impressive. It may not translate all the same way on screen, but I'm sure we will see him in more films going forward. So I do see whenever he does drop the title, him taking a little hiatus from WWE. We may not see him for a while, but I do think whenever he does make his appearance, I can see him getting a babyface reaction.
He will.
I mean, to be honest with you, he gets babyface reactions even though he's a heel a lot of times, especially like in the height of his run, especially when you had Sami Zayn in the mix as well. He was getting a lot of babyface reactions.
So per se,
he's so good, he's able to get you to boo him still. He'll sit up there.
That's been like a lot of with the Hills thing, and it kind of hurt. It kind of like low key, like they gotta force it. They gotta make things more. They gotta go above beyond, and end up doing too much to get their heel heat back. Because fans, with the whole they cheer for heel over faces at time, and they doing it with Roman. That they gotta go above and beyond with it and everything. So he's supposed to get the heel he had supposed to get. LA Knight kind of did the same thing. He had to tell fans to shut up. I'm the heel. Stop cheering for me and stuff like that. So yeah,
the crowd, and we've seen the behind the scenes clips of him interacting with some individuals in the crowd and the crowd loving it or whatnot. He'll even respond to certain chants.
And and in live shows, the house shows, he has some babyface moments I heard too. That's why also was people believe that he can do it
or whatever. Like the Austin Theory situation.
That one.
Austin Theory. He came off like a cool babyface, even though he was technically a heel.
True.
And the people were eating it up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
it's one of those type of things. Or the segment with Sami Zayn and the whole bloodline situation, and you not being Uzi. Like he was able, like he comes off like the cool heel that people will still ultimately cheer. But when he needs to heel it up and go against the babyface and disrespect the babyface and attack the babyface, that's when he's able to heel it up. When he's getting disrespectful with the crowd, that's when you get the real boos, and I can appreciate that. He still stays true to his heel-like character. But since he's already getting those type of positive reactions just off rip because of people liking Roman Reigns and what they're done with his character, I can honestly,
you definitely said it because a lot of folks are on their nuts like crazy. They come at folks who don't like him, like they're like they low key try to villainize folks who don't like him, and he is a villain right now. But you're trying to villainize folks for not liking him, like that's like ridiculous. That's how crazy it is with this fandom as well too.
See, if he's gone, say he loses the title. Or whatnot, and say he's going for about 3 to 6 months, doing whatever he's doing or whatever, and there's a surprise appearance. They don't announce it. Hopefully it doesn't get leaked on the dirt sheet.
Yeah, please don't.
Pops up, you hear his music, he's gonna get a major pop, bro. He's gonna get a major reaction. He gets reactions. A lot of times there's boos. You can hear the boos, but a lot of people are still throwing up the ones again and acknowledging him and giving him that love until he turns rogue. So I honestly do think he will at some point turn into a babyface again. And at that point, I can see it being a situation where it'll be one of those things where it won't be forced.
Yes.
I don't think it'll be forced. I think people will genuinely want to cheer for the guy. It's going to be one of those type of situations.
Exactly, as
or
I said.
It could be a situation where maybe if he goes away for longer than 6 months, for a long time, like kind of like on the John Cena schedule where John Cena's filming and doing stuff in Hollywood, so you barely see him maybe once or twice a year. Maybe it's a situation like that where maybe he comes back, and obviously the longer you're gone, the people miss you more, and Roman Reigns' presence will be definitely missed.
Facts.
On the program, heel or face, regardless, he will be missed. So him coming back from a longer departure, he's gonna be even more over. Or a situation where maybe later down the line on his last run, I do see this like his last run in the company. I do see him being a babyface, kind of like what they did with Edge.
Yeah, like a lot of last run. I don't think anybody really retire as a heel. Be honest, like have a last run as a heel unless they're like that much just naturally. And like I said, if he have his last run where he's like ready to hang it up or take a big hiatus, he's gonna have a babyface run. I mean, facts.
His last run in the company, even though they tried to turn him heel, it didn't really all work that well because we wanted to cheer Edge.
Exactly.
His last one, we know he's not going to be doing this forever. So even when they've been primarily a heel the entire time in their wrestling career,
True.
WWE,
Triple H same way.
It's their last run. They're
Triple H is kind of in the same way as well too. Low-key Kane in the way. Let me see who else. Ric Flair. Hell, Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game, was treated like his babyface in his first retirement from against Shawn Michaels, and the recent last match, he was the babyface. So yeah, that's another good one right there too.
gonna get cheered.
Great Muda.
This is gonna be the last time you see them have this match with this person.
Low key, Minoru Suzuki is like he's getting treated like he's supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be still heel, but he is treated like a babyface. He's embracing the crowd. I think a couple times on AEW he came out the face side of the tunnel as well too, like many others. Like that's like I don't like it's very rare that a wrestler, regardless, will retire themselves or have a last run as a heel. Because you know this is gonna be their last run, they're not going to boo you. They're going to cheer for you because they're gonna miss you. So yeah, so I can see that for sure.
So I do see that with Roman. Whenever he does drop the title, goes
Kurt
to
Angle,
Hollywood, wherever he does come back, I foresee his career, like his WWE career, ending as a babyface.
Of course.
That's what I see. I don't see him being a heel the entire time. Not saying that he couldn't do it, but I think his heel gimmick really shines through when he.
Another good example, even Jerry Lawler's last few matches, he was the babyface. And you know, he's the biggest heel in all outside the ring, but his last few runs was a babyface. JBL, he knew he was a dick. His last few runs was babyface, especially if he do APA, another one.
He has the championship. That's him being the tribal chief. That is his heel gimmick. He has to have the championship. Once he loses the championship, yeah, he can still be a heel, but it's not going to hit the same.
No, it's not.
Once again, he'll probably take a hiatus, take a break, as he should, having that epic title reign, as he should.
He should.
Do whatever he got to do, relax, and then come back, and he'll be one of the most over baby faces in WWE. The thing that Vince actually wanted will actually happen. Yeah, he kind of got it in a sense. He's the most over guy in WWE, but I'm talking about the ultimate baby face that Vince wanted from Roman so many years ago. He will actually get it because it'll be earned. And like I said, I honestly think, his last, once he drops the title and come back, I think he will end off his career in WWE as a babyface. And I don't have a problem with that because I think it comes full circle. I think us fans will appreciate that. And I don't think he's going to be dropping those cringe-ass promos suffering succotash as a babyface. I think
I can see that.
Roman Reigns has grown on the microphone side of things. He's a better talker. He seems more confident. He's more fluid in his promos. It doesn't seem scripted. It seems like him talking. Just, and I think honestly his babyface turn will more or less be just him, acknowledging the fans type situation. Instead of acknowledging him, acknowledge the fans. He'll still have that edge to him, and I hope he'll turn him into no cookie cutter babyface. I think he.
Yeah, I told you they're not going to do that. Especially like I said, with this possible resurgence of babyfaces, it's not going to happen. I mean,
will still have that edge to him to the point where people will still be like, Roman Reigns is still that guy. I don't think he's gonna obviously won't have people to help him cheat, and he'll be in situations.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
But I think his persona will more or less be the same. He just won't be a heel. He'll still be the same Roman Reigns.
Yep.
More on the acknowledging the fans type situation.
Like I said, no, but don't change the persona. The only thing changes is target and him embracing the fans more, and like I said, acknowledging the fans.
Situation or whatnot. So I'm looking forward to that at some point. But right now, I'm enjoying his heel run.
He's enjoying. I ain't. No, I can't stand it.
They're knocking it out the park.
I can't stand it, but nothing gets on Ross.
Whatever they decide to do, whenever he does drop the title, I think we will see the transformation to him becoming a baby face much later down the line. But that's ways away. We ain't got to worry about that. I think they got something good right here in heel Roman Reigns. So comment down below. Let me know. Do you guys feel that Roman Reigns, after this bloodline situation is done, after he drops the title, do y'all feel he will turn babyface? Would y'all want him to turn babyface to end off his career, or do y'all guys think he should just remain heel until he hangs it up from WWE? Let me know down below.
Like I said, regardless, if he becomes a babyface, then only then one knowledge by will say this: he should become a babyface when he makes return. It's only right. Like I said, the crowd, the Hill fans and the crowds who don't care about face to heel already embraces them. They're already on this nutsack doing this heel run anyway. The way they try to villainize other folks for not acknowledging them, like he's a villain. And like I said, and if it even is down to his last run, like I said, it's very rare that anybody retires as a heel. It's very rare. I mean, people will have the last runs as a heel. They know it's not their time is winding down. They're gonna make him a babyface. Like I said, it happened to Triple H in a way. Happened to Edge. It's happening right now with Edge. Happened with Kurt Angle, The Rock, even Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game as well too. Some other people I mentioned before too. Great. I think Great Muta was known as a heel, but he's been known as a babyface as well too. Low key Minoru Suzuki, he is getting like all recognition as a face more than a heel. You know, I think he still identifies himself as a heel, and many others. So, but other than that, as I'm gonna say it again one more time, I'm gonna say this: when he does turn babyface, then and only then I will acknowledge him. But other than that, still fuck Roman, fuck the Piper Queen, they boo that man, whatever. Other than that, if you like my reaction, my reception, response, like, share, subscribe to my new channel. As for his video, my videos though, comment down below if you think Roman should turn back face, whether it's right after his hiatus, after he loses the title belt, or down the line towards his retirement. But other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.